Welcome students in our mathematics class. Chapter number 2, parallel lines and transversal. Now first learn what is parallel line. Definition of parallel line is that the lines in the same plane which do not intersect each other are called parallel lines. In figure, there are two lines, line L and line M. These two lines are parallel to each other. It is the symbol for parallelism. That is two vertical lines. That is line L parallel to line M. It is line L, it is line M. There are two conditions for parallel lines. The first condition is that two lines must be in the same plane. That two lines must be in the same plane. It is the first condition. And second condition, that lines do not intersect each other. And so the definition of parallel lines, the lines in the same plane which do not intersect each other are called parallel lines. And that lines symbolically we write like this, line L parallel to line L. It is the symbol for parallelism. Here line L and line M parallel to each other. Now the next concept, that is transversal, जिला आपण मराठीमध्ये छेदिका असं म्हणतो. Now in figure there are two lines are given, line M and line N. There is third line L. This line L is called as transversal. That line L intersect these two lines into separate points. That is line L intersect this line M at point A, and that line L intersect this line N at point B. And so the definition of transversal is that if a line intersects given two lines in two distinct points, then that line is called a transversal of those two lines. And so the line L is called as transversal of line M and line N. If that line L intersect in these two lines in a single point at that time, that three lines are called as concurrent lines. At that time, that line L is not a transversal, because in the definition of transversal, if a line intersect given two lines in two distinct points, then that line is called a transversal of those two lines. Now, if a transversal intersect two lines in two different points, at that time angles made by a transversal, there are two lines are given, line PQ, line RS, and line AT. This line AT, it is a transversal because this line AT intersect this line PQ at point M and intersect line RS at point N. That is, this line intersect these two lines in two different points, and so it is called as transversal of that two lines. And due to that transversal, there are total 8 angles made by a transversal. This angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are two angles made by a transversal. Two angles made by a transversal. There are three pairs of angles made by a transversal. First, that is corresponding angles. So what is the definition of corresponding angles? If the arms on the transversal of a pair of angles are in the same direction, that is, if we consider these two pairs, if the arms on a transversal are on the same direction and other arms are on the same side of transversal, this transversal, then it is called a pair of corresponding angles. Then it is called as a pair of corresponding angles. There are four pairs of corresponding angles formed in the figure. That is angle AMP and angle MNR. These two angles, it is the first pair of corresponding angles. Second pair, angle PMN and angle RNT. It is the second pair of corresponding angles. And third pair of corresponding angles, angle AMQ and angle MNS, it is the third pair of corresponding angles. Fourth pair of corresponding angle is angle QMN and angle SNT. It is the fourth pair of corresponding angles. First pair, it is angle AMP and angle MNR. Second, angle PMN and angle RNT. Third pair, angle AMQ and angle MNS. Fourth pair, angle QMN and angle SNT. There are four pairs of corresponding angles. Now the second pair of angles, a pair of angles which are on the same side of the transversal and inside the given lines, and inside these two lines and on the same side of transversal, that pair is called a pair of interior angles. Angle PMN, this angle PMN and angle MNR, this angle N. It is the first pair of interior angles. And second, angle QMN and angle SNQ, that is this angle QMN and angle MNS, it is the second pair of interior angles. It is the first pair of interior angles. Now the third pair of angles made by transversal, that pairs are called as alternate angles. So what is alternate angles? Pairs of angles which are on the opposite sides of transversal, and their arms on the transversal show opposite directions, is called a pair of alternate angles. So in figure, there are two interior alternate angles and two exterior alternate angles. Two pairs of interior alternate angles and two pairs of exterior alternate angles. First pair of interior alternate angle, that is PMN, it is this angle, and this angle MNS. These two angles form the first pair of interior alternate angles, and second pair of interior alternate angle, that is QMN, this angle QMN and angle MNR. These two angles form the second pair of interior alternate angles. Now the first pair of exterior alternate angles. First, angle AMP, this angle AMP and angle TNS, and this angle TNS. This angle TNS and angle AMP, these two angles form the first pair of exterior, because that two angles are on outside of these two lines, and so that angles form the pair of exterior alternate angles, angle AMP and angle TNS. Second pair of exterior alternate angle is angle AMQ, this angle AMQ and angle RNT. It is the second pair of exterior alternate angles. So there are three pairs of angles, corresponding angles, interior angles and alternate angles. There are four pairs of corresponding angles, two pairs of interior angles, two pairs of interior alternate angles, two pairs of exterior alternate angles. For example, now practice set 2.1. First example is given. In the adjoining figure, each angle is shown by a letter. That is, actual measurement is not given. That angle, each angle is shown by a letter, English letter. Fill in the boxes with the help of the figure. Now corresponding angles. First pair. Angle P and dash. This angle P and angle W. These two angles form the first pair of corresponding angles. Angle P and angle W. And so in box there is angle W. Now the second pair. Angle Q, this angle Q and angle X. That two angles form the second pair of second pairs of corresponding angles. Now third pair, it is given angle R. So this angle R, it form the pair with angle Y. This angle R and angle Y form the pair of corresponding angle. And fourth pair of corresponding angle is with angle S. This angle S, it form the corresponding angle, pair of corresponding angle with this angle Z. So angle S and angle Z, it is one of the pair of corresponding angle. It is the first pair. Angle P, angle P form, this angle P form, P and W. This angle P and angle W, it is the first pair. Angle Q and angle X, it is the second. Angle S and angle Z, angle R and angle Y. That are the four pairs. That are the four pairs of these corresponding angles. Now second, interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles are inside these two lines. Now this angle S and angle X form interior alternate angles and angle R form the alternate angle with this angle W. So angle S, angle X, it is one of the pair of interior alternate angle, and angle R, angle W, it is the second pair of interior alternate angles. Now the second example. Observe the angles shown in the figure and write the following pair of angles. Interior alternate angles. Now it is first line, it is second line, and this third line intersect these two lines into different points, and so this line is called the transversal. This line is called as transversal of these two lines. So this line, it is the transversal. Now interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles, that is angle E and angle C. This angle E and angle C, it is the first pair of interior alternate angles. Angle B and angle H, it is the second pair of interior alternate angles. It is the first pair, angle E, angle C, second angle B, angle H, or we can write angle H and angle B also. These two angles form the first pair and these two angles form the second pair of alternate angles. Now second, corresponding angles. There are total four pairs of corresponding angles. Four pairs. Now first, angle A, angle E. This angle A and angle E. Second pair, angle B and angle F. Angle D and angle H. Angle C and angle G. These are the four pairs of corresponding angles. Angle F and angle B, angle C and angle 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 E and angle A, angle G and angle C, angle H and angle D. These are the four pairs of corresponding angles. And third, interior angles. These interior angles are inside that two lines. So, angle B and angle E. That two angles, interior angles, are on the same side of this transversal. And so, angle B, angle E, these two are form the first pair of interior angles. Now this angle C and angle H, this angle C and angle H form the second pair of interior angles. Now properties of corresponding angles. Properties of angles formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. Now the first property of corresponding angles. In figure, there are two lines are given. Line PQ and line RS. These two lines are parallel to each other. We learn the definition of parallel line. That is the line in the same plane and do not intersect each other. That lines are called as parallel lines. In previous part, that two lines are not parallel to each other, but here we learn the properties of parallel lines and transversal. Here line PQ parallel to line RS and line AB, it is a transversal. It intersects these two lines in two different points, point M and point N. Now, what is the property of corresponding angle? Each pair of corresponding angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. In the adjoining figure, line PQ parallel to line RS, line AB is a transversal and the corresponding, each pair of corresponding angle is congruent. That is angle AMP, this angle AMP is congruent with this angle MNR. These two angles are congruent. If these two lines are parallel to each other, then each pair of, there are four pairs of corresponding angles and each pair is congruent. Angle AMP is congruent with angle MNR. Second, angle PMN is congruent with angle RNB, and third pair AMQ, angle AMQ, it is congruent with angle MNS, and angle QMN is congruent with angle SNB. That is, these four pairs of corresponding angles are congruent if the two lines are parallel. If the transversal intersect two parallel lines, then four pairs of corresponding angles are formed. Each pair of corresponding angle is congruent. It is the property of corresponding angles for parallel lines. Now the second property of alternate angles. There are two types of alternate angles: interior alternate angles and exterior alternate angles. Each pair of alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. So, in figure, it is angle PMN. This angle PMN is congruent with angle MNS. It is the first pair of interior alternate angle. Now the second interior alternate angle, second pair, angle QMN is congruent with angle MNR, is congruent with angle MNR. That is, the two pairs of interior angles, interior alternate angles are congruent. Angle PMN is congruent with, it is the symbol for congruency, is congruent with angle MNS, and angle QMN is congruent with angle MNR. And again, the exterior, two pairs of exterior angles are also congruent. That is angle AMP. This angle AMP is congruent with this angle SNB. And second, angle AMQ, it is congruent with angle RNB. That two angles are congruent and that two angles are congruent, and these two angles are also congruent, and lastly the two angles are also congruent to each other. It is the property of alternate angles. Now the property of interior angles. When transversal intersect two parallel lines, then two pairs of interior angles are formed. Now each pair of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and a transversal is of supplementary angles. So first we must know about the supplementary angles. So what is supplementary angles? If the sum of measure of two angles is equal to 180 degree, then that angles are called as supplementary angles. That is, the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree, then that two angles are called as supplementary angles. Now, for two parallel lines, the interior angles formed by parallel lines are supplementary. That is, angle QMN plus angle MNS, it is equal to 180 degree. QMN plus measure of angle MNS is equal to 180 degree, and angle PMN plus angle MNR, it is equal to 180 degree. Angle PMN plus measure of angle MNR is equal to 180 degree. That is, again we revise the properties. If transversal intersect two parallel lines, at that time four pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. Second, if the transversal intersect two parallel lines, then two pairs of interior angles are congruent and two pairs of exterior angles are also congruent to each other. It is a symbol for congruency. It is a symbol for parallel lines. And third property, if the transversal intersect two parallel lines, at that time each pair of interior angle, it is supplementary. That is, the sum of measure of two interior angles is equal to 180 degree. That is, we must remember that when two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, the angles formed in each pair of first corresponding angles are congruent, alternate angles are congruent, and interior angles are supplementary. Thank you.